So going on right now, we have 450 Arenacross, rounds 9 and 10. Tonight is a doubleheader format, so it is a bit different, but it's still similar to the normal qualifying format. They have 10 minutes on this track here. It is the same track tonight. The only difference is that the second main event will include this sand section. The first main event will not. So it's the same track everywhere else. The only difference will be that sand section there. They're doing the longer track for the qualifying and heat races. Go around and check on the other riders. Got on claps here in fourth so far. And they'll split these guys up into heat races. They will run a 5-minute heat race on here, so it is a bit shorter of a heat race because the main events are 10 minutes each. Races, we do take the top 4 from each one straight to the main event, and then the LCQ. The remaining riders go to that race. We take the top 3 from there straight to the main event. You can see that sand roller a bit tricky. They really have to turn back to the left and slightly back to the right, going back onto the track. just under 2 minutes left here in qualifying. Loki out front, OTR legit in second, Arenacross here in third, Moa 51 in fourth place, Sketchy MX Smith, JR Scott sixth, and Sneshball in seventh. This is Group 1. We do have 2 groups, and then we'll move on to heat races. Decided to make the heat races 10 minutes long, and then we will change the main events to 12 minutes. So we'll say Triple Crown when the race starts as the format, but we will just do the one main event because they do make it 12 minutes long. So we'll do main event 1, get the results from that, and then go back to the lobby, do the next main event for main event number 2, and so each main event will be 12 minutes. So again, 10-minute heat races, and the LCQ will be 5 minutes long, and then the heat races will, or main events will be 12 minutes, excuse me. Hitting the big line there. Now that was built for that to try to be done. You can see him getting it down there, but just coming up short on that second quad. If you could get that, it might be quicker, but we'll see. It's very risky. So this is it for their qualifying time. We will let them run the 5-minute race after. It'll be free practice, but this is what will count for their times for the heat races. Loki in this group the fastest with a 29.9, OTR in second with a 31 flat, Moa 51 at 31.618, Claps 31.773, Sketchy MX at 32.042, JR Scott at 32.410, and Sneshball at 34.249. Again, this track they're running now is the track for main event number 2. Main event number 1 is the same exact track, it just does not have that added on sand section at the end. So after the whoops, it will cut right back onto the start straight. just updated Kit Lokier fastest with a 29.902. Slicks 13.57 in second with a 30.352. OTR Legit in third with a 31 flat. Third through 10th, all in the 31 second range. Third through 11th, all within a whole second of each other, so really close times. We're gonna have 8 riders in each heat race, taking the top 4 from each one. So we got the heat race lobbies updated. Get to the link down below. See it in the stream. And go on the 450AX tab. Let us know where you'll find those at. We're gonna let them finish up here. And we'll be underway with the heat race number 1. Again, we are doing it on this track. And this one will be ran in main event number 2. Loki there. Just missed it live, but rewatching on the stream, almost hitting the quad in. Hit the quad in, almost got the second quad after, so that second quad bit of a stretch. Pretty soon you are heat 2 clips. Alright, so we're going to move on to the lobby for heat races. So heat 1, we have Kid Loki, OTR Legit, Clapper 45, Tubdini, Hold My Deke, Sketchy MX, ATB 20, and Sneshbull. That is your heat race number 1. Heat race 2 will have Slicks, Parker, TTV Dirt Shark, Moa 51, Hunt Claps, JR Scott, Thunder Muffin, and Tiger T 164. Alrighty, so we're doing medium racing. Welcome to the stream, Smokey. Doing good tonight. Bit of a low turnout, but not too bad. We got some good guys in this one, so it's going to be exciting. 2 main events, same track, but with a different section for the second one. Got Heat Race 1 coming up here now. Alright, so that's our lineup for 450 heat number 1. Everybody is in here. We're going to wait for the last few riders to get readied up, and we will be underway. It's going to be 10 minutes plus lap, taking the top 4. The rest of them will go on to the LCQ. I am streaming from neither. Why do you guys ask? There's the birds in the background. They're just flying by. It's a flock of geese. Alright, here we go. Heat race 1. ATP 20, Kid Loki, Clapper 4545, Tubdini, Sneshbull, OTR Legit 6919, Sketchy MX, and Hold My Deke. So we got 8 guys in here taking the top 4. So the remaining will move on to the LCQ. Everybody is ready. Here we go. And on the outside, we're on board with Kid Loki. Not a bad gate to have. He's got a good jump there, but OTR Legit up the inside. Sneshbull there as well. Clapper right behind him, so OTR Legit, Kid Loki a good start. Clapper there in 3rd. So Kid Loki now out front, quickly taking the lead from OTR Legit, but he's hanging on the back of Loki. Got Clapper in 3rd, Tubdini here in spot number 4. So we got Faker's Factory and the Red Bull KTM team in your top 4 right now. Sketchy MX here in 5th, ATP 26, National 7, Hold My Deke in spot number 8, trying to move up to get into the main event. Does not want to go through that LCQ. This track this week, bit of a long rhythm section to it. It's got a faster flow up through there, and the loops are very big this week. So really challenging for these guys, but as long as you get on top, just get 5th gear pin. It's really fun to hit those things really fast. This rhythm section is a couple different options. Always triple in. You can hit a quad if you want, but it is a stretch. It is risky. So Tubdini here in 4th, trying to get around Clapper, going around the outside. The long way around, but he's going to get it done. He's now on the inside here, so Clapper now going to have to check up. Tubdini cutting in a little bit. They're trying to straighten out. Clapper up on top here. Clapper now in 4th in the last transfer spot. Let's go back to Sketchy MX here in 5th. These guys have started a battle. Let's slow them up. Now Sketchy MX is closing in. Clapper got a good drive in the loops. Here comes Sketchy MX trying to make the pass. And Sketchy MX up the inside. A little bit of a bump there on Clapper, but he checks up. Sketchy MX really applying the pressure right now. It's really brought some speed new to the series. They have really picked up the speed, catching up with these guys, and has been running with them the last few races, making progress each week. See here chasing down for that final transfer spot. Clapper not making it easy on them though. To our battle here for the final transfer. Sketchy MX still on the back of Clapper. Tubdini right there. Not really pulling away too much, so we could have a 3-way battle for the final spot. Sketchy MX though with a bit of a mistake there, gonna lose some time. Just almost gets that triple. So losing a bit of time there. Let's check on 1820 just to make sure they're good for now. Kid Loki is your leader, starting to catch up to Snatchable. Just let them know the leader is coming through. My DQ here in 6th, Sketchy MX still in 5th. Trying to move on up. Catching back up to Clapper in 4th. Clapper doing a good job. Not giving in to the pressure. Legit Tubdini and Clapper 45-45. Sketchy MX, another mistake in that rhythm. Doesn't have to worry about anybody behind him, but Clapper with a mistake there in the loop, so Clapper now dropping back to spot 5. Sketchy MX now in the final transfer. Clapper trying to get around this lap rider. They check up. Guys, so now Clapper trying to get back to Sketchy MX. Sketchy MX. You can see just ahead there in the loop section. We got 4 minutes and a lap to go, so we still got a lot of laps here. And Clapper slides out in the sand, so that's not good, not what he wants. Lucky for him though, the lapper went back by him, but gets reset, so does not have to worry about making the pass again. Let's just go check out these guys, see where they're at. So that's good. So Clapper here in 5th, trying to get back to that transfer spot, but Sketchy MX has been really putting in the work to get into these transfer spots, making it straight to the A. Consistent here. Clapper just with a couple of small mistakes. That's all it'll take to make a mistake here. Lose some time. Sketchy MX. Just before the loop section there, Clapper making a good pass. They're getting into lap traffic, so that is now playing a factor. And now we got Kid Loki coming up to lap these guys as well. So we've got the leader lapping the other guys in the pack who are lapping the other lappers. So we got all kinds of stuff right now. Snatch Bowl doing a great job staying out of the way. Appreciate that. ATV20 there as well. So there we go. So battle here still for the final transfer. So Kid Loki is already lapped past 4th. Break there for Clapper, sliding out, it looks like, in that corner. ATP was doing a good job to get out of the way, but so Sketchy MX now in 4th with a good gap over Clapper, so this is looking to be your top 4 here. Kid Loki, OTR Legit, Top D, and Sketchy MX. Something crazy happens here. Let's go on board with your leader. He's getting through lap traffic right now. He's just off the track there. A little bit of a mistake on the finish line. Loki lapping up to 3rd. Just gotta give him a hard time sometimes. Good Loki. Just making it look easy out here. You're the leader in this heat. OTR legit avoiding being lapped, so something here for the heat race to take away. Thinking to be on his way to the LCQ. Unfortunately for him, was up in the top 4. So that is heat number 1. Top 4 going on to the main event, the rest to the LCQ. Good race, good race. Alright, Heat 2 coming up here. We got Slicks 1357, Parker 7574, TTV Dirt Shark, Moa 51, Hunt Claps, JR Scott, Thunder Muffin 746, and Tiger T 164. Alright, so Dirt Shark's in here, Parker's in here, Moa's in here, Hunt Claps is in here, JR Scott, Thunder Muffin, we're waiting on Tiger T and Slicks. Nope. Sorry. It is being streamed though. No, sorry. It just makes it laggy. I would let you, but it just makes it laggy usually when people do that, and I don't want to risk that at all. ATP 20, that was a good race, man. Those guys are just fast, and yeah, 3 Arenacross, just a couple of mistakes is all it's going to take, unfortunately, but I do appreciate you guys tuning in for this race. We got Heat Race 2 coming up here. Again, 10 minutes plus lap, taking the top 4. The rest of them will go on to the LCQ. When these guys load in, we'll take a quick break. Alright, here we go. Heat race number 2. We got Thunder Muffin 746, TTV Dirt Shark, Tiger T 164, Moa 51, Parker 7574, Slicks 1357, Hunt Claps, and JR Scott. Going down again, they're not sure what happened. Looks like Tiger T getting a good start there. Hunt Claps getting bumped off the track. So a tough start for him again. Last week, a tough start in the heat races. Not how he wants here, but just tight racing at the start of this first lap here. Coming up the inside of Thunder Muffin, and these guys getting bumped around here. Moa making his way around Parker. TT Dirt Shark your leader now with JR Scott out front here in second lead. Slicks now trying to get up to third. We got a quick bunch here. Moa. Bit of a bump on Thunder Muffin. Don't really think that was intentional there. These guys are just really close in battle. We're going to keep an eye on these guys right now, though. Is Mo now in the final transfer. And Parker right behind him, really applying the pressure. Parker gets a better drive through that section. And making his way by. And Tiger T loop out in the whoop, Sun Claps in 7, Thunder Muffin here in 8. So we got Hunt Claps in 7th, trying to catch up to the top 4. He needs to get a transfer spot and does not want to deal with the LCQ again. Last week missing out on the A-main. Mistake there in the rhythm. Let's go check up here. Moa in 5th. Your top 4 starting to pull away. JR Scott in 2nd here. Slicks in 3rd. Parker catching up to these two. And JR Scott with his mistake going off track. So now Slicks and Parker in a battle. Parker getting a bit of a better drive, and then Slicks staying low out of there. Gets a good drive. Staying ahead of Parker, but Parker gets a solid run through the whoop. So now in his 2nd, Slicks 3rd, and JR Scott 4th. We got Moa 51 here in 5th, Tiger T in 6th, Hunt Claps in 7th. Good battle for your final transfer spot here. See how close these guys are once they start to find their rhythm. I think it's going to really tighten up for the rest of the battles. Right now, everybody just finding their flow at the moment. You can see Hunt Claps made his way past Tiger T. Tiger T kind of looked like he's recovering from a bobble or something. Really didn't bump together, but we know group section can get a bit crazy. Trying to make his way up front now in 6th. Moa 51 in 5th. JR Scott in 4th, just ahead of Hunt Claps. All he needs is for those guys to get a battle and we'll catch up to them. Let's go up here, Moa 51. You can see JR Scott. Scott here 4th. Just go out front real quick with your leader, TT Dirt Shark 720. Number 721 of the Red Bull KTM not the best start, but he's making up some time, putting the laps down. Slicks here in third. They are pulling away. JR Scott fourth. Here comes Moa in fifth. Starting to close in on JR Scott. And a mistake out of Slicks, so now Moa catching up here, but Slicks bumping into them. Hunt Claps now closing in. Moa trying to hold off the line. Hunt Claps gonna have to check up a bit, but Hunt Claps gonna get a good drive through the loops. They're both bouncing through. Moa to the inside. Hunt Claps now, applying the pressure to Moa. Moa getting a little bit sideways. Slicks, another mistake, so that is going to cost him again. He is now back to 6th place, was in 3rd, now in 6th. So JR Scott in 3rd, Moa in 4th, Hunt Claps in 5th. These guys trying to catch up to Scott. And another mistake out of Slicks, it looks like. Tiger T now. Up to 6th place, so Hunt Claps in 5th. Hunt Claps has 4 minutes plus a lap loss, so a lot of time. Just needs to focus on his race. And JR Scott, though, with a mistake, and Hunt Claps into him. Hunt Claps. These guys going back and forth. JR Scott right behind him. Nowhere to go. And they come together, so JR Scott going down, so a tough break for him. So now Hunt Claps in your final transfer to Tiger T, making up some ground as well. You can see Slicks here right behind him, putting the pressure on. Tiger T just staying on the edge of the track, but Slicks gonna try to go up the inside. They do. Tiger T just checking up here, but Tiger T trying to go back around, staying low onto the tabletop. Tiger T getting a good drive there, has that inside line, and Slicks kind of had to check up a bit, so they lose some time. It's a tough break for JR Scott, and was in 4th, and just a mistake on the finish line. Their Hunt Claps came together, and they just had nowhere to go coming back into the rhythm section. The lines coming together. It's Tiger T in 5th. On the outside looking in, but you can see some spots ahead of him. And that is Thunder Muffin there. Appreciate him getting out of the way for the lap traffic. We'll just let him know he does have some more coming. Catching up to Moa here. Moa doing a good job again. Making it in right now. In your top 4. You don't have to leave Thunder Muffin. Check up on your leader, coming around to the rhythm section. I want to say that's Tiger T back in 7th now. So I'm not sure what happened to him, but Slicks in 5th. JR Scott 6th, Tiger T in 7th. And Burchard closing in on this group. Slicks trying to do everything they can to get to the front. Unfortunately, finding a bit of a skim in that section. Tried to go to tracks, not have that, but unfortunately that section is just built just the way it works. JR Scott now catching up to Slicks. in second. Got Moa here in third. Nice ride, Ram. The number 851 on the NCR KTM. Making it straight through to the main event. There's your top four: TTB, Shark, Parker, Moa, and Hunt Claps. The remaining guys will move on to the LCQ. And that'll be coming up next. The LCQ is 5 minutes plus 1 lap. Alright, so that is the heat races. We got the LCQ coming up. LCQ lobbies are updated. We got Clapper, 4545, Holwyn Deeks, Neshbull, ATB20, JR Scott, Tiger T164, Slicks 1357, and Thunder Muffin 746. Taking the top 3 to the main event. Thank you guys for tuning in so far. It's been a good night of racing. I've seen some good battles, some close ones coming down towards the end of the race. Hoping for something coming right down to the wire here in the LCQ. Only taking the top 3. The LCQ is not started yet. Alright, so this is our LCQ lineup here. We are taking the top 3 from this. While we load into the track, we are going to take a quick break. We will be right back. I see it. Alright, so we're back here for the LCQ. It's going to be 5 minutes plus 1 lap, so half the amount of time as the heat races, and one less spot open. So good start's going to be critical here. We got Clapper, ATP 20, Tiger T 164, Thunder Muffin, Slicks, Snatchbowl, Hold My Teak, and JR Scott. 30-second board is sideways. Let's see. Make sure everybody's good on the start. And Slicks looks like getting a good job. JR Scott up the inside. JR Scott gonna get a good start. Clapper gonna try to go around the outside. JR Scott, though, lucky didn't go down, but was kind of caught up on some riders. So still in fourth, in a good spot. Thunder Muffin with a mistake there. So JR Scott now into third. Clapper your leader. Tiger T in second. Clapper sending it into the corner there, going a little bit wide. JR Scott getting a little wild in the whoops. So we got a crazy start here. Your top three are really bunched up. Slicks on the outside looking in, trying to get to that final transfer. Clapper, slight mistake, and JR Scott into the side of him. JR Scott and Clapper have magnets or something. And now Tiger T with a mistake, so JR Scott trying to get by. And JR Scott, though, up over the berm. So that section getting the best of some riders now. Hold My Teak now, new rider in the top three. Just staying consistent, waiting on those guys to make mistakes now in the final transfer. JR Scott in fifth. Wants to get back up there, get a good start, but that first corner is just really tight. And Hold My Teak here trying to get Tiger T. He has him right now, just trying to ride defensive and hold the line. JR Scott starting to catch up to these guys. I'm feeling it's going to be a three-way battle for the final transfer spot. It's going to be close here. JR Scott catching back up to him. He is not done. He wants a spot in that A main. He knows he's got the speed here. Tiger T catching up here to spot 3. Here he goes to the inside, gonna make the pass. So now Hold My Teak back to 4th place. JR Scott here in 5th. Trying to catch up to him, wants them to get a battle. So he can catch up some time, make up some ground. Yeah, Hold My Teak coming together with Tiger T, it looks like there. So JR Scott now into 4th. JR Scott now making up some ground. A really good drive in the whoops. So it's not over yet. 2 minutes in a lap. We got Tiger T here in 3rd. Tiger T getting a bit of a bounce through the rhythm section. JR Scott closing in. Trying to go up the inside. Tiger T holding that inside line though, not letting him by. Time starting to run down. But JR Scott has had a good drive through this rhythm section. Bit of a different way through there, but they stay even. This whoop section really critical too. It is tough to hit, but both of them getting there through there clean. Got a mistake out of Clapper in 2nd. So this is going to tighten up here. Clapper needs to find a rhythm and get moving because these guys are catching up. He's not want to be in that last transfer, and he goes off track, making a mistake. So J.R. Scott now in your final transfer, Clapper in fourth. So here we go, your battle for the final transfer. Clapper here in fourth place, going after J.R. Scott in third. These guys really came together a couple times in the race. Another close one there. Clapper really cut it tight there. J.R. Scott now with a mistake. Clapper into third. We got 2 to go here. Slicks is your leader. They got a good gap on these guys, but this is the battle here for the final transfer. Tiger T second, Clapper in third. Your final lap coming up. See, your leader has now just gone through, so Tiger T in second. Doing a good job staying ahead of Clapper. But Clapper really in the pressure position. Clapper with a small mistake in the rhythm section. J.R. Scott getting a drive here. J.R. Scott goes up the inside. Bumps Clapper for the pass there in the loop section. J.R. Scott now in third in the final transfer. J.R. Scott coming through in third. A tough break for Clapper. J.R. Scott getting the pass on the final lap. Went for the inside there. And that is it for your LCQ. Slicks, Tiger T, and J.R. Scott moving on. We rest to your B main event. Alright, so that is it for your heat races and LCQs. You got our A main set for the night. Unfortunately, not enough for a B main. I know ATP usually stick around for those, so we will get you the points for that. But we might be able to get Sneshbull if they are willing to race, and we can get them in there. Do we got Thunder in this party? Thunder Muffin, are you racing? Okay. So ATP, we actually might be able to get you. We actually might have a B main. It'd be you, Thunder Muffin, and possibly Sneshbull. So if Sneshbull's able to. Okay, I'll type out who it is, ATP. Don't want to make it too confusing because it is a doubleheader this week. So there is 2 different tracks that are uploaded, but it is the same name. The lobby is opened up. I'm just helping ATP get the main event set up for so you'll see ATP, there's 2 different tracks of this, T1 and T2. And since they're not 20-minute main events, you'll set it up as the Triple Crown format, but just run the 1 main event and then restart for the next lobby, if that makes sense. Yeah, so you're racing both tracks, so it is a doubleheader tonight. This is counting for rounds 9 and 10, so the first main event counts for round 9. That's going to be on the T1 track. Oops. So we're just waiting on the last rider here, this Tubtini. If not, we will get Clapper in. He was the next rider up from the LCQ. So it's the same track. The only difference is it doesn't have the sand section in the first one, so just remember that. I am doing doubleheader. This is rounds 9 and 10. We got 2 more rounds after this. I don't know what the plan is yet for that. Alright, so here we go. We got our A main in. The first track is the same one, it just does not have the sand section in it. Oh shoot. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? My bad. Sometimes I forget to hit A and then press start and then... Alright, slight delay, my apologies. Alright, apologies again for the slight delay. We were getting ready here for main event number 1. Alright, so here we go, main event number 1. It is 12 minutes plus a lap. Now you can see it is the same exact track, it just does not have the sand section at the end. But everything else is the same exact. Alright, here we go, 30-second board is sideways. We're going to see who grabs the whole shot here. Bumping into that one. J.R. Scott with a good jump. Whoa! lots of guys coming together there, and this first corner is chaos. And JR Scott down again, man. These guys all over. Wow. This is a wild first lap. Slicks flying through there. Parker off track. My gosh. This is chaotic. This first lap, man, everybody all over the place right now, just trying to find their line and their rhythm. So Moa with a good start, and now Slicks now are going down. OTR legit into the back. Sketchy MX trying to get by as well. Crazy start to this race, man. Sketchy MX here in 5th, trying to get up towards the front. Moa with a nice job right now, leading. OTR making the pass on him. So Moa now back to 2nd. OTR having a good battle here with Moa. Oh, Moa, OTR, really close section there. OTR going off. Chaotic start to this race. We got Slicks out front, Moa 2nd, Tough Dini in 3rd, OTR in 4th, Sketchy in 5th. And a mistake out of OTR there. Tiger T now catching up the back of him. We got Unclaps, Parker, Kid Loki. Fast Bunch in the back of the pack, trying to make their way up, but here. Kid Loki making his way up past Unclaps to 6th place. Sketchy MX now, so Loki up to spot number 4, trying to make his way towards the front. Slicks, your leader, over the finish line all by themselves right now. So they got a good start and they're pulling away, but we do have 8 minutes and a lap left, so we still have a lot of time. Unclaps making his way past Sketchy MX, Tiger T as well. So this rhythm section, really getting some guys there. Tiger T and Unclaps getting a little close and out of that rhythm. Apologize for that happening in TP. If everybody quit, we will just get you the points for the remake. I do apologize. Kid Loki trying to get up towards the front, putting some pressure on Moa. Kid Loki up the inside, making the pass there. Moa having to check up a bit. Loki got the edge on him. Tubdini in fourth. We got Hunt Claps here in fifth, trying to catch up with Loki. I do apologize, ATP. I do appreciate you helping out with that. We'll get you the points for both B-mains. To them going through the LCQ and now out front, but Kid Loki going to be putting on a charge. We got 6 minutes and a lap to go, so anything can happen here. Slicks just need to focus on hitting their lines, getting some good laps down. Let's go back here. Moa in third. Hunt Claps has now gotten around Tubdini for fourth place. Tubdini with a good run here in fifth. See Hunt Claps going up the inside of Moa there, so Hunt Claps with a good pass now into the top three. So good close battle back here. Terra Legit, Parker, Dirt Shark, and Sketchy, and JR Scott. Kid Loki starting to close in on Slicks. See him getting closer and closer each lap, and there's the mistake he didn't want. Over the berm he goes, so Kid Loki closing in now in the same section. Slicks gonna start to get up to lap traffic here. This is where it's going to become challenging, trying to get past the lappers and not lose any time. And Slick's there with a mistake. So we got the leaders starting to get into lap traffic. Kid Loki closing in the Slicks here. This is where it gets interesting because they got to get by these lappers. And Slicks getting by JR Scott there. JR Scott coming up a little short. Slicks with a mistake as well. Kid Loki going to try to go around the outside. Kid Loki on top of him there. So Kid Loki with a mistake there. Slicks now back into the lead. Kid Loki in second. Arenacross in third, trying to hold off the charge from Tubdini. Nice job from him, number 71. And Arenacross though, bit of a bump off the track. Arenacross. Kid Loki, your leader. Oh, that's 0-34. Let's try to everybody watch your lips in here. I know it's tight racing, so I'm just trying to do anything with the mornings at the same time, I guess, but so Kid Loki now out front. A good race though from Slicks in second. Had to go through the LCQ. Arenacross in third. Tiger T now up to fourth. A good race from him. JR Scott moving out of the way. Would you appreciate that? Okay, that's not. Appreciate you jumping off the track to do that, but don't want to be jumping into the other rhythm lane. That's where things can be really bad. out to Moa. These three getting really close in that section. That was really tight there. This guy's lucky to not go down. Parker up the inside. Moa checking out the big going line. Tufty in 5th. Moa now back in 7th. Not what he wanted to have happen, but WCR off track right now. On track is not riding. Shark and Cliff, these guys having a good battle. Tufty out here in 8th. So a lot of these guys swapping positions with each other. See the time winding down. We got a rider over the berm there. Tiger T. Oh no. Off the track. Dropping back 3 spots, now 4. So Tufty making his way back by Tiger T up the inside there. Tight squeeze with these guys. Tiger T, Moa 51, and Tufty going 3 wide over the finish. These guys are battling hard for these spots here. Second, Unclass 3rd, Parker and Dirt Shark having a battle to the finish of the loop section. They go. Parker getting a good drive there. Dirt Shark right behind him. Wants to get another spot, but he's got Moa right behind him as well. He just wants to get to the finish. They do. Tiger T, Tufty. So that is it for main event number 1. That is considered round number 9. Kid Loki, your winner there. Slicks in 2nd, Unclaps 3rd, Parker 4th, Dirt Shark 5th. So we're going to move on to the second main event here. Another 12 minutes plus a lap. Alright, we're also going to get the points updated so we can let the riders know where they're at for the standings there. Alright, so main event number 2 coming up. We do have a points update now. So Dirt Shark is still your points leader with 134 points. Kid Loki closing in now with 127. Hunt Claps in third with 110. Parker moving up to fourth now with 99 points. And Moa51 moving up into the top 10. OTR Legit in 13th as well. So these guys are going to move up some more after this main event is over. So we've got the same track here. Just in addition to the end of it with the sand track is what they ran in the qualifying and heat races. And here we go, Moa51 getting a good jump, is trying to go for the inside. These guys going down. This first corner was a bit rough on the start. So a bit better of a start though through there. Not as many guys that seem to be going off the track and bumping into each other. And then we got a mistake there. OTR Legit looks like running into another rider. Couldn't tell. Wild start again. Now coming into the sand section. So hopefully won't have to deal with as many lappers, but still usually going to happen on these tracks. And then you got Kid Loki with a good start out front. That's not what these guys want to have to happen, because he will pull away. He will do it very quickly. Parker in second though, trying to keep up with him. Tiger T, yes, Tiger T up there. Tough Dini as well. Tiger T getting a balance in the whoop section. Tough Dini right behind him. Tough Dini going to go around the outside. He does. He's going to have the inside coming into this corner here. So Tucky making the pass. Tiger T in fourth. Hunt Claps fifth. Moa51 here in sixth. So these guys are really close right now. And Tiger T with an insane square up in that corner. That was a crazy just turn of events there. Combination of events and slicks. Trying to go up the inside like that. That was just a bit much for that pass. And looks like Dirt Shark sitting on the track, but he's in a bad spot. You need to hurry and move, man, or I'm gonna kick you. I need... Move to your left. Move to your left, please. Thank you. So, tough break there for Dirt Shark. Battery's running out. We know how that is. So, Dirt Shark, a bit of a tough spot now as the lead pack's starting to come through. These guys are in the heat of the battle beginning of the race here, but we appreciate that, Dirt Shark. Does suck, batteries die, but it always happens. It happens to the best of us. I'm trying to say there. So right now, your leader is Kid Loki. Parker in second. You can see Dirt Shark there, starting to get back up and going. Tough Dini with a good run in third. Doubleheader in fourth. Claps in fifth. OTR Legit starting to find the flow and rhythm. He's got the speed, man, but just the Arenacross races get really crazy, especially at the beginning. You just gotta have luck on your side, and sometimes it's not. Unfortunately, a lot of these guys going down at the beginning, going back and forth with each other. It's just like a pinball game, first lap or two. Still in third, the 151 getting the pressure from Arenacross in fifth. You can see OTR on the map as well, coming up behind them in spot number 6. So about to have some good battles going down. I'm sure I think I'm further. Now unclaps. Apologize, looked away for second. Made his way around 051, so unclaps now up to fourth, making up some ground. Much better week this week than last week, but slight mistake on the berm there. These three now tightening up. 051 in fourth. OTR Legit making up some ground as well. Got a three-way battle, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Tiger T and Whoops as well. Catching up to that group. So Kid Loki starting to catch up to some lap traffic here. J.R. Scott has done a good job moving out of the way. Up to the battle with Slicks here, catching up to Tiger T. And Dirt Shark is actually in a good spot. That's fine. What that happened, Dirt Shark? OTR out of this one. Appreciate the race tonight. So we'll get points for the place. Unfortunately, it has to go. Life is a priority. This is just a video game, folks, but we do this for fun and for the enjoyment here. Tiger T here in 7th, closing up on Slicks. Slicks with a good first main event, leading most of it. Kid Loki made the charge, but still good spot to be in 6th place after going through the LCQ. 51 in 5th, Tapatini now up to 3rd, a good run. Number 71 on the Red Bull KTM team. Some unfortunate situations in the first main event, but this one going much better. The start was much cleaner for everybody. Just some slight mistakes at the beginning, but not as chaotic as the first main event was. So much better this time around. Let's go back here, Tiger T. Starting to close up some more on slicks. Looks like we got Kid Loki catching up on this group as well. Does a nice job staying out of the way. Appreciate that. So everybody kind of just riding their own race right now. Just finding their flow on the track. Everybody just opting to go on that on-off line. That does seem to be the quicker line. You have the option to go triple over that table and triple out. Slicks gaining a little bit of ground there. Slicks taking a look at the map there from Tiger T going over that sand roller. Getting through the loop section. 5th and 4th, excuse me. All close to being lapped, but it's only a 12-minute race, so not as long as the other main events. We'll start to get the warnings out though, so they know they got the leader coming by. And we appreciate that. Slicks moving out of the way. It is hard though for these guys too, because they're in the battle as well. You can see for 6th, 5th, and 4th. And with Loki coming through. But that is fine. High claps, got him coming. Just hold your line, keep racing. And over 51. We're just close there. Still ahead of Slicks. Kid Loki trying to get by Hunt Claps though, just trying to stay ahead of the battle behind him. Kid Loki up the inside. Hunt Claps doing a good job. Out of the way for lead traffic, not the best entry in the loops, but he gets a good drive, stays on top. Give it up to Loki, lapping all the way past 4th so far. Got a minute 40 plus a lap to go. Slicks has made the pass around below 51. So these guys having a good battle here. 4th, 5th, and 6th place. Hunt Claps, Kid Loki still close together. Hunt Claps trying not to get in the way, but he doesn't want to slow up too much as he's got these guys coming up behind him. It's just what happens in the Arenacross though. Things get close. These guys all doing a good job at riding their own race. Being aware of their surroundings here. Slicks trying to get a good drive, going up the inside of Hunt Claps. They do. So they stayed really low through that rhythm section. Try to be careful please, because now it's kind of a chain of events and now Slicks is now gone from 4th to 6th. So please stay out of the way. sit in between the finish line or sit off to the side and start straight on the right or something. So Slick's back around Noah. Kid low-key, just bouncing around through the sand though. Doesn't have to worry about his lead too much. I think he's got a good gap over Parker in second. Parker's coming around just about to the finish line, but it is the final lap, so Kid low-key the leader right now. About to go by Noah. Looking with both main events tonight. Clean sweep here. Not the easiest race in main event number 1. And Kid Loki, your winner, Parker, gonna finish up here in spot number 2, number 47. Jacqueline's KTM, your winner, Kid Loki, on the Fakers Factory and Husqvarna team. Tubini here in 3rd. On the Red Bull KTM, number 71. And we got a battle here with Unclaps and Slicks down to the end. Slicks trying to go for it. Unclaps gonna just edge him out. So there you have it for main event 2. That was considered round number 10. Your winner, Kid Loki. Parker in 2nd, Tubini 3rd, Unclaps 4th, Slicks in 5th. We got Moa 51 in 6th, Tiger T in 7th, J.R. Scott 8th, Sketchy MX 9th, TT Beer Shark in 10th, and 11th place go to OTR Legit. Some great racing from these guys. Kid Loki winning both main events tonight. And that is it for tonight. So that is the doubleheader. Rounds 9 and 10 are complete. We got 2 more rounds left in this championship. Now let's get the points updated real quick while we are on the stream here. Just gonna get the points inputted real quick and we'll get an update for you guys. Correct, yep, they're both separate rounds, so full points for each one. Alright, so we do have the points updated now. Gonna sort this out. Does look like we do have a new points leader. So Kid Loki jumping up to first with 153. TTV Dirt Shark in second with 146. Hunt Claps third in points with 129. We got a close battle here with Parker just behind him in fourth with 122. Only 7 points back. So a close one. Moa moving up to the top 10 now. OTR 11th in points. We got J.R. Scott 12th in points. Slicks moving up to 15th in points. Sketchy MX in 17th. And we got Tubdini 18th in points as well. Tiger T 21st in points. So these guys moving up the list. Just a couple more races. These guys show up for it. They can move up a lot. Some guys not making it to a lot of races, but we're winding down the series here for Arenacross. Do appreciate you guys tuning in for this, to all the racers and those watching. Be back next week for round number 11. And we got the MX Nationals round 5 coming up next week as well. So some more racing on deck. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time.